saying? Get that money, you know what I'm saying?
Get that shmoney.
Get that money.
Money.
Hey, bro, you should put that in. Get that money.
Money.
Get that money.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Shout out Papa Meeks. Welcome back to the TDT podcast. Another episode. Another fun fact. This one, you know, my mom has a deathly fear of sharks. Like she hates sharks. But at the same time, she's obsessed with them. Like, she'll watch Shark Week and stuff like that, and her excuse is that she tries to learn. But I've been telling her this entire time that there's a bigger threat out there than sharks, and it's vending machines. Trust me now, vending machines are a bigger threat to humanity than sharks. You're twice as likely to be killed by a vending machine than you are a shark, apparently. So that confirms that someone has died via whatever it's called, vending machine. How would that happen?
Yeah, exactly. How
much of a, I don't even want to say it.
I can bleep it out.
No, I'm not going to say it, but like, how much of an idiot you have to be to die to a vending machine? Dude, if I died for a vending machine, I wouldn't even want a funeral. I just want them to, like, bury me and let me be forgotten. Oh my gosh. You know, I say this now, I'm probably going to die to a vending machine. It's going to happen.
Okay, does the fun fact say how in detail?
No, it just says that you're more likely to die to a vending machine than you are a shark in the ocean. Which makes no sense. Even though the vending machines at my school literally steal my money, so they're about to die. $2 back. I'm dead serious. I complained this to Miss Pritchard, who's like our assistant principal. She was walking by, and she was like, "How's your day going?" I was like, "Awful. The vending machine didn't refund my money after it didn't give me my 3 Musketeers." And she was like, "That sucks." And I was like, "It does, Miss Pritchard. It does. I spent $1 on this 3 Musketeers. I didn't even get my $1 back. What the heck?"
Okay, listen to this. Most recent statistics by the National Electronic Injury Surveillance System said that between 2002 and 2015, vending machines caused an average of 4 U.S. deaths per year. Almost all reported accident deaths involved vending machines in the U.S. were caused by the customer tipping the machine over onto themselves.
God, dude, what the This is crazy. God. So
great whites were terrifying. Rethink every time you go to a vending machine now.
I'm never spending money on a vending machine again. I've shaken vending machines too. Actually, a little fun fact. Okay, or not fun fact, but like a little story before an actual story, which is a banger. So, there's this place called Moe's Burger or Moe's, whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's just Moe's. Like in Chattanooga, right? It's got pretty good burgers. Like low key mad overrated though, but whatever. They have this like coins, like, you know, you put the coin in and it drops it down and it pushes it, and you try and get the coins to fall over. Like, you know,
yeah,
it's like a coin machine, and you try and get them to fall over, and you can grab them out and make money or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, I mean, we were so close. It was me and my cousins. We were so close to getting like 40 coins to tip over, and they're all like quarters. And then, so I try and shake the machine, and its alarm goes off, and the people started yelling at us. So we just had to like run away. I literally just dipped out of the building. I left. It was like, it was my cousin, and then I don't know how old he was then, but maybe he was like 7-year-old cousin, and then my, you know, like 14-year-old cousin. Where it was us, and then I just left them. I just dipped, bro.
That kind of says something about your personality.
Hey, bro, I had to go. I was the one doing the act. They all told me not to. They said it was a bad idea. I was like, "No, bro, I can get it." And that cop goes, "Woo, woo, 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 woo." And I was like, "Oh shoot, I gotta go." So I did. I didn't actually get any of the coins, by the way. So
that's such an L.
I re-entered the restaurant like 5 minutes later. I was like, "Oh shoot, I think I'm back. Recognize me." And my cousins just kind of said, they're like, "Oh yeah, the workers just told us to not do that." And I was like, "Why? It's not like we're doing anything illegal. We're only like, you know, stealing money. But it's fine. Yeah. But our actual story is I killed a bird. Yeah.
Okay, so so fun fact, I was editing the last episode. I was just finishing, and then I was getting to work on a math project. So this dude, he calls me, and so he's in the middle of driving, and he's like, "So I just killed a bird."
Yeah, my exact first words were, "I hit a bird."
And I was like, how? And he's like, so I'm driving, right? And Carter, you'll explain it because your experience, but
dude, it was.
I was just driving. The bird didn't stop, and he just ran straight into it.
I heard the little bump, and I was like, "Oh my god, I just killed him." There's not like a dent or like a blood spot or anything, but there's a little mark on the front of my car. So basically, if you're saying like, okay, so say for example, there's like a T intersection, you know what I'm saying? I'm going straight. I have the quote unquote right of way or whatever, just to emphasize it. Like I was keeping going. I was doing everything legal. Blah 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 blah. This bird just comes in and basically T-bones me. He doesn't even try and move out of the way. He just goes straight for the front of my car, and he hits it. And I can hear him hit, and I'm 99% sure I made eye contact with that thing before it hit my car. And the look in its eyes was just straight fear. And I was like, well, you did it to yourself. You literally... I was driving, like, I was probably going like 35. It was on Anderson, if you know what that is. So, you know, like, that was pretty much the speed limit, right? No, he doesn't even try and move out of the way. I can hear the little impact. And it was like, dude, I really just hit a bird. And I get to practice, and I'm like, I hit a bird. I told, like, everybody, I was like, I hit a bird.
On my way here, while I was late.
Nobody cares, by the way. But whatever. Actually, someone cared. I told this girl I hit a bird, and she was like, nice, that's 20 points. And I was like, what do you mean 20 points? You get 20 points for hitting a bird. Hitting a kid is 300. And I was like, sweet. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Another little shout out for my cross country team or track team or whatever. So basically, we have a little team group chat, right? And Maxwell Sewell, he's a senior. Big shout out to him. Love the guy. He's pretty cool. We'll probably have him on a guest here at some point. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he put in the group chat. I was like listening to Carter's podcast while doing homework. Low-key go hard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, Max, it does. I'm gonna give you a shout out for that. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
You better include me in a senior speech though, because if you doesn't, there's gonna be issues.
Dude, facts. We gotta get everybody plugging in our podcast at the.
Yeah. Hey, plug the podcast. Please. No, our actual topic for today's video, we are going to be. Andrew, what are we going to be doing again? I already forgot.
It's a reaction video.
Woo! Woohoo!
No, but in all seriousness,
yeah.
We are reacting to the Alabama Ohio State National Championship, and we are also reacting to the newly surfacing news of James Harden getting traded. So, without further ado, I had picked Ohio State to win in previous.
That was stupid. Why would you do that? That was so dumb. Oh my gosh.
I mean, they took the lead at midway through the second quarter. I knew it was over. I mean, they what? They scored like 3 touchdowns before the end of the half, and I was like, okay, all right, we get it.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I had Alabama winning the game, and I was talking to some people about it, and I was very adamant. I didn't want Alabama to win the game, but I saw no way in which they didn't win the game. Ohio State is a good team. Alabama is probably one of the best college football teams we will ever see.
Oh, it's the best.
The real debate is it the 2019 LSU Tigers or the 2020 Alabama, whatever their Rolling Tides. Whatever their mascot is. Is it an elephant?
Yeah,
okay.
It's an elephant.
They're the Crimson Tide, but they're like an elephant. Like, what's their deal? Pick one, please.
I mean, it's
Alabama elephants. You know what I'm saying?
Just one.
What
would a Crimson Tide mascot look like?
I don't know. A red wave? I don't know. A crimson wave?
Ooh.
I mean, because tide's like an ocean, like Tide detergent. It'd be Crimson Tide detergent. Makes sense. It'd just be a bottle of Tide. It's all crimson with an Alabama. Yeah, Tide Pods.
Tide. Just a crimson and white Tide Pod, dressed up, dancing and doing.
Yeah, with a giant A like Alabama logo in the middle of it, just dancing. You know, like doing jazz hands. You know. Yeah. With like big poofy white gloves on. Yeah. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
But yeah. So who's the dude? He had like 3 touchdowns, like Devontae something.
Devontae Smith, the Heisman winner, popped off in the first.
He did. This man, I didn't know. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know his name before this season. I'm not gonna cap. I thought that Jalen Waddle was gonna be the guy, but then he got hurt. But yeah, he's pretty okay. I mean, I basically like did that like last week, but whatever. But I mean, it's whatever. I'm just like basically way better than him. But it's just not a big deal.
Right. No, well, okay. So Will was actually.
I thought you'd laugh. I was like he better laugh at that. I was like really going for like I'm better than when I'm.
I think the lead in the water was funnier.
Yeah, you're right. I can't top the lead in the water.
I know.
I'm trying, bro.
But anyways, so it really, when I was watching the game, it really reminded me of Clemson, Ohio State, and it was kind of karma because if you watch the game, the way it went was they scored back and forth for the first 2 touchdowns each team, and then one team took the lead and then just kept taking the lead. And that's exactly what happened this game. When Ohio State played Clemson, it was like neck and neck for like the first quarter, right? But then Ohio State took a lead, and then as soon as Clemson got a turnover or like a third and out or whatever, Ohio State just kept scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring, and they just kept putting up numbers. That's exactly what happened this game. It was 14-14, going back and forth. Ohio State had a third and out turnover, whatever. Alabama came back, scored, and then they just started putting up points and points and points and points. So a little bit of karma. I did not expect Ohio State to get beat that badly. It's kind of embarrassing for my pick now, but
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That pick was not it. I'm just saying, never doubt.
I thought they could win.
Never doubt my picks. I'm just saying, bro. Never doubt them.
Man's picked the Rams, and the Rams ended up winning.
The Rams are gonna beat whoever they plays. Green Bay. No cap.
Yeah, of course. And then also Carter picked Curry for the MVP, and currently, according to ESPN and BR Gridiron, he is third.
What did I tell you?
MVP race.
I'm literally the GOAT.
Behind LeBron and then somebody else.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how about Harden to the Nets? I personally think that's not gonna work out. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
really.
Yeah.
Okay. Another bold pick, guys, but just wait.
Just wait.
Learn from the past.
Y'all criticized me in the past, and it all turned out correct. So. Except for my Titans-Ravens prediction. But I was on the fence about that. When I asked Andrew, I was like, before the episode we started, I was like, I don't know, man. I think the Ravens might upset.
Dude, this man was like straight up arguing with himself.
I was like, in the back of my head, there was like, I don't know, they can do it. It's like, no, Carter, they can't. I was like, yes, they can. No, I know they have a good offense. Lamar Jackson, he's pretty good. It's like, no, Derrick Henry, though. Like, I was having battles. I was fighting my demons.
All right, so with James Harden going to the Nets, I think it's definitely a surprising move. I'm not surprised that he wants out of Houston. Everybody wants out of Houston. Just take Deshaun Watson, for example. He wants out of Houston. I mean, J.J. Watt literally said in an interview that his career was being wasted. I mean, that's got to tell you something. Another thing that just popped up the other day is Andre Johnson, an old receiver for the Texans, said, he's seriously, like, his career is going downhill if he doesn't get out of Houston. So all around, Houston's just a horrible place to be, apparently, for literally every single.
All my homies hate Houston.
But James Harden going to Brooklyn, I didn't see it. Like, I didn't see it. It really popped out of nowhere.
For some reason, I didn't think he would be traded. Like, low-key, I thought he would just stay there because I feel like no one was willing to trade for him. But lo and behold, he's going to the Nets now. And what do you think the Nets had to give up to trade them? Because A, they have Kyrie. B, they have Kevin Durant. And now they have Harden.
Yeah.
How much do you say you have to lose? You already have 2 of the best players in the NBA. And you're just going to get a third casually. Like, how many draft picks players did you lose, bro? Is it really worth it for James Harden? James Harden is an amazing player, don't get me wrong. But again, you already have 2 of the best players in the NBA currently. Do you really need James Harden, who honestly is just may backfire completely and take away? Because look, the Warriors, they had like that one good year with KD and Clay and Curry and Draymond. But too many stars, like, you don't want too many stars on the team. Because it takes away.
So Houston, so I'm looking it up. Houston will get Brooklyn's 3 unprotected first-round picks in 2022, 2024, and 2026, as well as pick swaps in 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027. So they actually did give up quite a bit, but it's I don't know. Is that worth it for James Harden? Is what we're gonna.
I personally don't think it is because again they have Kyrie and KD, they don't need him, honestly. I feel like they don't. The Nets have a good base, and they just need to grow it around KD and Kyrie. You don't need to add James Harden. Yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, you have James Harden. I don't think it's going to work out. I think it's going to be a huge backfire, and they're going to be like they're going to hate him, and he's going to be out of Brooklyn in like 2 seasons. I'm calling it.
Right.
Calling it.
Okay, so with James Harden going to the Nets, this is their theoretical lineup. If he was like playing right now, this would be their starting lineup. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, and Jeff Green. This I almost just said this offense, guys. We've been doing football too much.
Yeah, we need to stop.
Anyways, their starting lineup is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can see them winning a ton. It's a definite gain for Brooklyn. I'm not going to say it isn't, but it really is in question right now. Was it worth the trade? Because it really just depends on how well Harden does. I
mean, yeah, he could be insane. The Bricks could be a power team like the Warriors were in 2017 or whatever. I don't see it happening. I think like I said, like too many stars on the team. Low-key gonna be like kind of ball hogging, you know what I mean? Because like Harden's coming from a place where he is the guy. He's getting the ball at like all the clutch shots, you know what I mean? He is the guy. And now he's going to a place where KD and Kyrie are clearly the guys, especially within the Nets organization, because they've been there longer. They have that bond with the teammates. He's not that guy right now, I'm sure he's gonna be a great player, but I think he's gonna it's gonna be hard for him to be not the guy. Okay, and I think that's going to take away from the Nets overall.
That actually brings up a really good point. So you were mentioning with bonding with the team and stuff. James Harden, I don't know if you've seen this, but guys, all of this is like developing news. Now, this episode doesn't come out till Friday, but still, this is really
as of when recording it. It literally happened today. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So James Harden. So the locker room with James Harden said that he was not like the best person. He could have been better. He said in an interview, you can go look it up. I'll put a link in the description. But he was like, he was talking crap. And so I really think that James Harden, first of all, really wanted out of Houston.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't blame him for.
Right. But at the same time, I think that, he might not be the best teammate. So going into this new team with this really big star, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, who people are saying should retire, but personally, I think that Kyrie Irving is...
How old is Kyrie? He's not that old.
Where he is. Well, Stephen A. Smith was like, he's got to retire. And I was like,
No. Right. No, Kyrie, he's not that.
He's 28 years old.
Yeah, he's 28. LeBron's like 36, bro. Tom Brady's like freaking 200 years old and he's still playing in the NFL, which is way more contact than the NBA. But no, it's fine. He needs to retire. He's an old dude, apparently. No, Kyrie has plenty of years left in the NBA. I probably bet James Harden's older than him. Let me look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure he is. Harden age. He's 31. James Harden's older than Kyrie. And Kevin Durant's older than all of them at 32. So I don't know. And you saw how Russell Westbrook and James Harden played out. 2 big stars, 2 guys who like to have the ball. It didn't work.
Exactly.
And now that there's 3 guys who are big stars and want to have the ball, it's not going to work. It's going to be worse. It's going to be crashing and burning, I'm telling you.
I would honestly be surprised if it ended up working out really, really well like the Warriors team, because the Warriors, you got the Splash Brothers and you got Draymond and you got, you had this whole functioning system,
I feel like it was different though for some reason. I feel like I'd rather have Curry and Clay and them as a teammate over Kyrie and Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? For some reason, the energy they give off is better. I feel like they give off a more like, friendly and, happy energy. Like, just having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you see that. I feel like, they actually they really support each other, but people were saying that James Harden was really self-centered. So when you put him on a team with 2 other super big stars, like we've said 3 other times this episode, it might not work out. And I would not be surprised if there's beef in the locker room, beef on the court, ball hogging issues, interview issues. I mean, it's just all of this stuff. I would be really surprised if it actually did work out a ton.
And Katie and Kyrie have that they have a connection. You know, they spent like a year like both on injured reserve or whatever, just chilling together. So they have a connection. It's different between those two. They have time built up together, to where they have a bond. They understand, you know, but they're gonna throw a new person in the mix. It's like when you have two dogs who grew up together, and then you get a new dog. It's gonna be like, hey, bro, who's this guy?
Right.
And if they don't like this guy, that's not good. Like, if they don't like this guy, nobody's gonna like this guy, because they are the two biggest names, two biggest influences on the team. So.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think that it really poses a question, though, whether or not this is going to last, or how long it's going to last. So,
like I said, I think he'll be out in maximum 2 years. That's my guess.
Wait, who would be out, though? Would you say
Harden.
James Harden's going to get drafted again, or are they going to trade like KD?
Harden, for sure. Okay, I feel like Harden's an overall better player than Kyrie, but KD is a better player than Harden.
Yeah.
Kyrie's pretty good. Like, he's got, you know, the handles and stuff, but I feel like Harden's a better player for sure overall. But then KD is so far superior to both of them, honestly. Like, I feel like KD's honestly like a top 3 player in the NBA behind like Giannis and LeBron. KD is talented. I mean, this dude he's like, what, I don't know, like 7 foot and fast. Like, he's a beast, you know?
Right.
So I think they could build the team around KD solely, which the Thunder did basically. They basically did build a team around KD, and I think they did okay. You know, I don't think they never won a championship, but they did okay.
Yeah, they did pretty solid. And if you wanted my personal opinion, I really don't think it's going to last more than a year. I wouldn't be surprised if beef started within 5 months of him playing. It really just depends on how James Harden wants to act around this team. If he wants to act the same that he did in Houston, he's not going to last at all.
I think the thing in Houston, though, again, he wanted out, so he was probably in a grumpy mood the whole time. You know how Deshaun Watson's, you know, pretty pissed off right now, Texans and all that. He wants out. I think that has a part to do with it. But even before this all, he wanted out, I never liked James Harden. Like, I always thought he was kind of like, I never liked him. I always thought he was kind of arrogant, and like I always hated his beard because I didn't think it looked good. Even before I knew that he really wanted out, I never really liked the guy. It's not like anything personally against him. I just kind of thought he was like, I don't know. I never liked him. I never did. I feel like I have a gut feeling about some things, like my Rams Seahawks pick, which by the way was correct.
Just gotta remind y'all.
Just gotta remind you again. But yeah, that was correct. But like I have a just gut feeling, and I feel like my gut's pretty good at like feeling stuff. So I don't think it's gonna work. I never really liked James Harden. Yeah, it's just my opinion, my vibe.
I really hope that Houston turns it around, both their football team and their basketball team. I think that they're on some rough terms right now.
Yeah, the entire Houston sports. And didn't the Astros, their baseball team, like get in a cheating scandal or something like that like a year ago?
I have no idea.
Like Houston's down bad right now, man. the state of Houston sports is just not great. And we are from, you know, Nashville and Chattanooga. We have no connection to Houston. The only time I've ever been in Texas was a connecting flight to Dallas to LA. That's the only time I've ever even been in Texas. So I don't know Texas really, or you know, Houston.
That was a rant and a half.
Y'all get me started, and I can't stop. I'm like a train. I'm like the train in GTA, bro. You can't stop me. Oh, that's actually fire, bro. That's gonna be my new Instagram bio. Call me the train in GTA because you can't stop me. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that is gonna wrap it up for what episode is this? 8, I think.
Dude, I don't even know.
We've made too many, recorded too many. I don't know what episode.
Yeah, we're actually retiring after this episode.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's coming to an end. Just kidding.
Yeah,
we'll
just
be around.
Psych. Got him.
I got
that one. They did not expect.
Dude, everyone is like shocked right now. Like they really thought we really had them. Like, the faces.
And sorry for our episode number 7, the one about ketamine and unicorns. Sorry for that one being like really delayed. It was super weird. Like I posted it on Instagram announcing it, and then like it didn't post, and then Andrew did it, and then it didn't post. So we got the post up about 45 minutes late, but it is out. Go watch it. It's an absolute banger. I really liked recording that episode. It was that episode was crazy. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.